start recording. That way we can just, I can go back and look. Noble, hello, how are you? Let's try what's wrong with the timer. That was... Don't say the words. Come. Carrie, welcome in, by the way. This egg is really good. Alright, let's spin the wheel before I get too far into my, breakfast. Had to be you. Civil, hello. It's going well, I think, except the timer messed up. How are you? Bottle opener is not that great. Okay. Shot glass. 400 hours and 6 minutes. Your math is very terribly wrong.
421. 421 hours.
Alright. Sammy and Booge are betting that the pickle actually tastes really good. So I guess we'll find out. It's not a full shot, I know. Because I need these sodas to last. So it's like a quarter of a shot. Never tasted a pickle I didn't like. Is that the nasty soda? We're about to find out.
Take a whole shot. I'll go get more. You take a whole shot.
Are you gonna take a shot with me?
No!
Alright, then go on.
That's not the deal. You take a shot.
I was actually gonna do about a half a shot per...
No, you take a shot and I'll go get more if we need more soda. That look on your face.
You can leave now.
You're welcome. Okay.
This is what we're doing. I don't even care. I added to it, okay? I doubled it. It smells like a jar of pickles. But I don't taste it as much. I taste more just... It doesn't have that, like, sour pickle... I mean, it tastes kind of pickly, but it's not like... It's not as sour as I expected it to be. It's a clean pickle. Not the worst, not the best. That's my verdict. It is sweet. Kind of, but no. But kind of, but no. I don't know that I would just drink one of these for funsies. I need a place to put all the ones I open. Hash browns. Was it made by LaCroix? No. Let's try this. Oh, timer did not mess up. Okay, cool. I don't know what happened. Why is this so loud and I can't turn it down? Oh, I can turn it down. There we go. Volume is now at 2. Yeah, it's like it hung out with pickles. Alright. This is really good, by the way. I'm totally bobby pinning my bangs back. They're driving me crazy.
What was the verdict on that one with the track?
Pickle.
Do they need to be, like, do they need to be refrigerated or anything afterwards?
Well, it would be easier if we still had our little fridge thing we
Well, I
don't.
can go get I can throw some, I can get the little cooler and throw some things in with it and put them in there.
What I could use is some kind of aluminum foil top to put on them in between. And then I could just put them over here.
Oh, do you want me to get that thing and put some stuff in it? Set them down in there. So they stay cold.
They're already room temperature.
Okay, what did they say?
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine for a few hours. Out of control! Thank you for the follow. I like your name. Yeah, that's my husband. He's being nice, but he's not being nice at the same time. Wanted me to take a full entire shot.
Because that's the deal. You made the rules, not me.
Just rude. I'm gonna run ads while we're doing this, y'all. So if you are not subbed, I apologize, but we're gonna run 3 minutes of ads really fast to shut them off. So yeah, I was talking about like making new friends and stuff. Have y'all ever sat there and stared at someone's name on Steam? And you can see that they're in the same game you are. But they're probably undoubtedly with other people. There's no way they'd be available to come play with you. And if you even ask them, it's going to be a blow to your self-esteem when they're like, why are you messaging me? You just know it. And so you keep staring at their name and wondering if they might want to play. But what if they're streaming? And if they're streaming, what if they don't want people to just join or to ask them to join? Because like I have a policy when I'm live that I don't take chat requests to play. Unless, excuse me. Unless I say, does anybody want to play or something like that, you know? So like I don't want to step over somebody's chat rules. So like, you always wonder how many opportunities did you lose because you didn't say something.
Every opportunity.
I avoid this by physically not having the energy to hang out with people and attempt to entertain them while I'm offline. See, hanging out with you, Boo, so like hanging out off stream, I never like feel like I have to entertain anybody. If I want to speak up and say something about something, I will. And if I don't, we just sit there in silence, and I'm cool with that. Saw you in the game a few times. I was like, should I invite her? But I can't ask. Well, and the thing is that like I say the same thing. Then I try to tell myself if I ask somebody and they say I'm with a group or whatever, or I'm just playing killer, then cool, you know, no big deal. And like if somebody asks me and I'm in a party and I'm like, I'm already in a full party, you know, like it should be okay to say that, and yet we all end up with like this anxiety over it. And then the worst for me is when I ask somebody, and every time I ask them, they're in a group. So I just get to this point where I feel like I'm just bugging them to no ends. So I stop asking, you know? And you never know if it's just that you have really unfortunate timing all the damn time, or if they just don't want to play with you. Both are perfectly valid. Nobody's required to play with me. But, you know, you ask so many times and then it's like, yeah. We all just need to get over it. Yeah, but easier said than done.
Especially with straight people when people are live and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Everybody's a little different. Some people
Everybody,
actually get
yeah.
angry over that stuff. Some people get mad. It's like, wow. Calm down.
I think what I'm speaking to is more the anxiety of it, rather than just being focused on playing with somebody per se. I think it's just more of the anxiety around playing with people we're not familiar with. Where it's like, where I'm at now, like I'll message Voosh and be like, okay bitch, when are we playing? You know? And it's just like, it's no big deal. I do it to Sneak too. I'm like, Sneak. Actually, with Sneak, I don't even have to. Most of the time, she beats me to the punch. I log in and she's like, hey, let's go.
I think,
You know. Or she'll just send me an invite.
I think this goes with that, the harder part of, as an adult, it's hard to like make friends and trust people and stuff like that. It's like, as an adult, it's I find it really hard to kind of make new friends and stuff like that. It's just, because everybody kind of has their own thing, they have their own friends.
Well, and when
they
you
have-
when you spend a portion of your life being rejected by people, it kind of magnifies everything.
yeah, that's it.
And there's no way you can cheapen that anxiety. It just exists, you know?
Yeah.
But we were talking about it because there's been that conversation for Jerry and for because you were cooking. Although I think you were watching stream, so you probably already know. But like, there's been some.
Hey, I don't watch it.
You don't watch my stream? I know. Never.
I watch this stream like
Oh, you watch Voosh? I don't blame you. Choose Voosh over me every time.
he's funny. He doesn't do lame jokes. He does funny jokes.
Are you saying I'm lame?
No, your jokes are great. Jokes are great. I love dad jokes.
Voosh's jokes are mostly... Okay, they're not really mostly. Voosh had to ask what a cloaca was, okay? Come on.
And not everybody grew up with chickens and cloacas.
Cloaca's not just a chicken thing.
In this reference it was.
Yeah. So, sorry, I'm trying to eat my hash browns because I really want to play music. So to catch anybody up who just came in right as I actually got words going, we were talking about the challenge of making friends, especially. And here's my thing: when I know that they already have an established friend group, that I'm not really mutual friends with any of them. Maybe an acquaintance with one or two of them, but not like friends. So you're kind of like that you feel like the outsider. and everybody already knows their thing. That's one reason why I love this community so much is we have our inside jokes in stream, but they're not so rampant that new people don't feel welcome. You know? I don't know. Especially if you're a streamer and it's other streamer people. It's a whole nother world out there. Commander! Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad I'm not the only person who feels like that. It's a rough world out there. Between not knowing who's being genuine and every streamer has their style. And one thing I had to kind of come to terms with over the last 4 years is that you are not going to jive with every streamer out there. And that's okay. I'd ask, you know, these streamers if they wanted to play. And they'd do the whole polite, yeah, sure, yeah, just let me know when, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then you just never hear from them again. Or if you gave them a day or time, they'll be like, oh yeah, I can't do that. Then you try again. Oh yeah, I can't do that. Especially when you see them doing like impromptu stuff with their friends, and you're just like, ah. You know? Like, that's when you're like, okay, I get it. You just...
But that goes back to...
don't want to play. But at the same time, I've been one of the things I've worked on in the last year and a half is understanding that that's okay. Not everyone is going to want to play with you. Not everyone's going to jive. Never, you know, nobody owes you their time. Can we play this in German? Sorry.
That goes back to the adult thing too. A lot of people kind of, as adults, it's hard to bring new people into your friend groups. And a lot of people have established friend groups. And then when you do come in, you're kind of that odd person out that doesn't know anybody. It's like, oh, hi, I'm over here. Hi, guys. Oh, that's a funny comment. That's funny. Ha, ha, ha. You know, trying to get into the...
Or you don't get why something's funny because it's an inside joke.
Or there's inside jokes,
yeah,
things like that. It's just hard as an adult especially. Like, it's really hard because, like, they have years, a lot of people have years and years that they've had their friend groups and stuff, and it's like, oh, okay. And it's almost like they take a vote. Do we want to bring this person in? Say aye. You know, that's how it feels as an adult. It's like, you know.
Yep.
I just imagine everybody having secret meetings, whether they want to bring somebody into their friend group or not, you know?
You also don't owe anyone else anything either. That's also true. It's also something I've worked on.
And, well, I will say this. As much as I hate to admit, like, as much as you hate to admit it, say, online platforms are very cliquish. Very...
They are. Yeah.
High school cliquish almost. Like, it's hard. Like, I don't know. People, they have their cliques, and everybody, it's kind of high school. It's like, I don't, it's weird. It's a weird thing. Like, I think that people would outgrow that at some point, but.
And for the record, yes, I also deal with imposterism. I deal with it a lot better than I used to. I used to be the one sitting there crying at my computer because nobody loves me, everybody hates me. I'm not gonna bother to ask to play. And then using their silence and not inviting me as like reinforcement in my mind.
I don't, because I'm amazing. Everybody wants.
Even though, you know, in retrospect, how were they supposed to know that I wanted to play if I didn't fucking say something? You know what I mean? So like, I handle it a lot better now. But I do still have my times, and those are actually the times where I just want to like wallow in my sadness and just not have human contact for a while. I'm gonna eat some worms. Short, fat, skinny ones, long, slim, slimy ones, itsy bitsy fuzzy wuzzy worms.
Are you about ready now? Damn.
Yeah.
Be like air guitar.
Be like bam. Imposter syndrome is a bitch. It really is. I don't understand imposter syndrome. It's basically, it's usually cyclic, and it's where your mind basically tells you you don't deserve what you have. You're not worthy of anything. It's mostly prevalent in like say somebody is very successful or moderately successful, and it's like, well, you didn't deserve that raise, or what did you do to get this opportunity, you know, like basically your brain just tells you you're not worthy of your accomplishments.
Self-doubt.
And it's usually viciously done in your mind. It's not just like a little bit of self-doubt. It's like, you literally are worthless, and why would anybody ever listen to you? Kind of deal. Like it's vicious when it happens, but it's usually cyclic. Like you'll be cool for a while. You'll have your normal anxieties, whatever, but then it'll hit for a while, and then when it hits, it just like slams you down, and it's awful. It's awful. I would never wish it on people. Oh God, Nips is here! We sang your song the other night, Nips. And it confused people who haven't met you yet. But I couldn't take it anymore. I hadn't sung it in so long. I definitely have the moments. No, I'm not talking about.
The words?
No. I'm not talking about like just having a nervous anxiety moment. I'm talking like you will spend, like for me, a lot of times it lasts a good week of just, sobbing.
I mean, like depression is a thing, kind of.
Well,
like,
depression is a
like
thing, and as in anything, if anybody thinks that they might have something, please get diagnosed. Don't just say, oh, I have this, and I have this, and I have this. Like, get evaluated, please. I don't own something that that hasn't been evaluated. Now you sing that shit behind my back? I did, yes. I'm sorry.
You didn't sing the right words, I'm sure. It was all, you just missed it.
Yeah, I had a moment on stream the other day though, and I didn't say anything at the time because I don't, honestly, talking about this, I don't even necessarily, like, it's not easy for me to do because I'm always like, you have to be a certain way when you're on stream. Like, you have to be that strong pillar, blah, 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 blah. But honestly, the other day I got really quiet towards the end of my stream, and I ended up ending because just like out of nowhere, for no reason whatsoever, I suddenly was like, oh my God, my laugh is annoying. They were right. The people that told me my laugh was annoying, like back when I was 21 years freaking old, they were right. Oh my God, I'm annoying. I am being too rowdy. And this and like I got so quiet. Jerry was looking at me like, "Are you okay?"
Well, you ended. You told me. You said, "Am I just annoying to people?" And I said, "Oh my God, you're just annoying me. Will you stop?"
No, you didn't.
I know, but you did. You did do that. You did. You were like, I think people.
I said it, but you didn't respond like that.
No, I didn't respond like that.
But I tolerate you. Thank you. I'll take it. So yeah, like people don't always know when it's happening to somebody. But
here, this brush.
This brush? Oh,
Yes.
I'm sure. Yeah.
He finds this brush very annoying.
I'm watching you brush him, and it's annoying.
He's trying. He's like, stop it.
Being annoying is an art. If I got to pick a superpower and be super annoying, being super annoying. I don't laugh much anymore because I had a friend tell me I sounded like a monkey. God, really? That's awful. Annoying is my brand. Yeah, most days I'm just like, you know, if they don't like how I am, they don't like, you know, anything about me, they can feel free to leave the stream. They don't have to be here, you know, or whatever. It just, I had one of those moments where it's like, oh God. Say it. I'm not saying shit.
And then I'm over here. I live to annoy my family. So, if they don't like it, there's a front door and a back door.
And a back door. Zeke, what's up? How are you doing? Yeah, that's why going back to the extrovert introvert thing, and I say that I'm ambivert, but honestly, my personality is more extroverted but introverted by trauma. So, you know.
I know you hate this. It's your beard. I know. I don't like my beard being brushed. Okay.
You're probably one of the most real creators on here, partnered or not. Never stopping who you are and telling things like they are. Thank you.
You want brush too? Lola wants brush too.
It bugs me sometimes when I see creators who only ever show their good side. It equally bothers me when they only ever show their bad side, but you know. I feel like there's a certain bar that some creators have made where people feel like they have to attain that, and it's like, no. We all have our moments. I don't know about introvert or extrovert. All I know is I'm extra. I'm an extroverted introvert. Yeah, an ambivert is what I go with it because ambivert means both. Jen, good morning. How are you? Once upon a time I was an extrovert, then trained myself from fear to be an introvert. It took years for me to be able to talk on comms. I mean, you know, I went to break the ice with another creator the other night, and it was just a lot of silence, which, you know, silence doesn't bother me necessarily, but it was just like, so yeah, did you see that tweet about, you know what I mean?
Your soul.
And they're super, 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 super nice. Super nice. But I like to play with people off stream before they're on my stream, because I've had things happen before where I didn't do that and that person ended up being extremely toxic. Did it mess up again?
I will swallow your soul.
No, it should keep up. It glitched out the one time, so we need to keep an eye on it. Said it was sorry? Chaos? No, you can be on my stream playing with me any time. Unless I kick you out. Nips, thank you so much for giving those subs. To vert and inverted nipples. sure they will love having the crappiest emotes on Twitch and so much more. The nice thing also is it does track how many subs I have, so even when the timer messed up, it still told me the accurate number of subscribers. As well as bits and tips, so we should be good. Okay, so I know some of you have heard this story before, but not everybody has. To give you an idea of my ambivertedness, Chaos didn't give me enough dough to be on my stream. Ruh-roh. My first TwitchCon. Super awkward. Don't know anybody really face to face. Don't like Hat Machine had become our best friend, and it was our first time meeting him face to face. You know, like there was just a lot going on, right? And so, did I add some? I did. Okay. You know, we got to the park, like we had to park in the parking garage because it was the LA one. Not LA, but next to LA. And I ended up having a panic attack in the parking garage. We hadn't even made it to the event yet, and I had a panic attack in the garage, the parking garage. And Jerry's over there going, "It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine." But he was doing it in his, like, his anxiety way, you know, like, we're all just showing our own different ways of dealing with anxiety all at the same time. And, you know, like, we went in and he would, like, go up and be like, "Hi, this is Hannah, violin chick, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "No!" Like, he was, like, going person to person to person. I was like, "Oh my god, stop!" But you know what's funny about it, though? Is, like, once I settled in, it was okay. I had to settle in. And I was a deer in headlights a lot that year. But next year, got to TwitchCon. And I walked in and was like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. And then the third TwitchCon I went to, I walked out, I was like, "What's up, bitches? Who's going for drinks tonight?" You know, it was like a whole different vibe. You know? So, I mean, it's just different. It's just different, you know? I have panic attacks about having panic attacks. I feel you. Stars and Money! Welcome in! Thank you so much for being here. How are you? We just came in on a conversation about anxiety and making friends and being extroverted or introverted or ambiverted.
Came into our TED Talk.
My breakfast talk. We're not shying away from the real topics here. And he strutted around the balcony in Art Avenue. Mm-hmm. Yup. I was gonna go to TwitchCon last year. It got canceled due to COVID. I took it as a sign I shouldn't go. Don't ever take it as a sign you shouldn't go. No, don't do that. I mean, it was a sign that we shouldn't go at the time. But I'm holding out for 2022. Yunzi! What's up? How are you? If it's canceled, then you probably shouldn't go. Yes. Also, I was sad I didn't get to go because I want another one of Zeke's care packages. Took me 4 years to get the will to even consider it. It'll be another 4 before I get to that again. Or get that will again. Yeah. It's one of those things where you have to just like do it. You just have to buy the plane ticket. See, that's another thing. I stutter. I have a stutter. My ADHD brain can never decide what I'm supposed to be saying versus what I actually say. And the amount of people I've had, y'all, who have just looked at me like I'm completely stupid because I said something wrong is embarrassing. I can laugh it off with people I'm comfortable with, but when it's like strangers just looking at me like I grew a third head, you know? If it's canceled and I go, then it's a party all for myself. There you go. I used to do VC because I was told that I was hard to be heard and there was background noise and it hurt someone's ears, and the people I played with on multiple occasions didn't say anything because they were being nice. Well, I think it's a whole different thing when you have like things going on in the background that are super loud. Like usually, like when I play with people on stream, I usually ask them, please have push to talk on. Because you don't want to be sitting on stream and like, you know, you don't want all that. You know what I mean? Plus, if it's more than one streamer and you hear, all you hear is your fellow streamer going, "Thank you, Gobs, for the 5 gifted subs," you know, or "What's up?" and you just talk like. It's nicer when each streamer can stream together but still have their own space with their community to be able to respond and not just like... I've watched some streams where that was what was going on, was like the person I was watching, the other person they were playing with was just jabbering right over the top of them, and it made it very, very chaotic, and it didn't make me want to stick around, not because I didn't like the person I was trying to watch, because obviously I'm there to watch them, right? But more of it was just very overloading to have somebody just right over the top of them, but not even talking to them, like, you know what I mean? You need to be an onion to have streamer layers with push to talk. Yes. I have really weird phobias, so I always have to take those into account when planning things. I understand. Like, I hate planning things. I am a procrastinator when it comes to planning. But once I plan something, if it changes, especially if it changes last minute, it throws me for such a loop that it'll send me into an anxiety attack. Ask Jerry, because then I get super cranky. A lot of my anxiety attacks come out as crankiness.
When things don't go how you expect them to.
No, you just
Very bad anxiety.
Yes.
And I'm a planner. So it drives me crazy. Like, I'm like, look, we gotta plan this. And she's like, we'll see you later. And I'm like, no. And then when it gets down to it, and then she's like, oh my gosh, we gotta change this. Or I'm like, we gotta change this. This isn't gonna work. And she's like, and it's like, and then we're like, and then everything's like, and then yeah, that's how it ends up.
Yes. Streamers don't plan. True. I have seen some streamers are like, we're gonna do this for 2 hours, and then we're gonna do this for 2 hours, and then we're gonna do this, and I'm like, Boosh, I'm looking at you. How you plan out your streams? You're like, I'm gonna do 2 hours of this, 2 hours of that.
We were like,
And I'm like,
and
at some point we're gonna try another game, but I'm not sure when. It might just happen tomorrow. Yes, Chaos. Thank you for the 555 bits. Why did it change to 14 hours?
421 hours stream incoming!
I think it's the bits throwing it off, honestly.
Oh, did you not set the bits up? Dude?
No, I did.
Maybe
I think it's the bits doing it because
maybe you did quick maths.
No, it's using Common Core math.
Maybe. Yeah, you probably did. Like, maybe we need. Hey, one of the kids, You guys know Common Core math. We don't. We didn't grow up on it. Come in here and tell us what we're doing wrong.
Everything changes.
You know, when I think of Common Core math,
No one's at the door. They just really fucking hate math.
no, I mean, when I think of Common Core math, and I think of like the old train word problem, you know, the train stop, man, my train never got to the fucking station. Like, my train just had to break down somewhere, because no. My train just fell off the track somewhere. That's what I would have told the teacher.
Telling you.
Well, my answer would be is, my train never got there.
So, I had it set every $5 do 60 seconds. 60 seconds is a fucking minute, right? Excuse my language, I know. So I just changed it to per $1 do 12 seconds. Common Core math? Evidently. Does anybody know what that was on? Let me go look.